coming, sir?
Yes, come in.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir.
Have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Tushar.
Yes, sir.
Tushar, introduce yourself in brief.
Yes. Sir, my name is Tushar Deepak Pawar. I come from Sindhudurga district of Maharashtra state. I have done my graduation in physics from Ferguson College, Pune. Then I am preparing for civil services exam. My option is sociology, and my hobbies include watching cricket and playing tabla. Apart from that, sir, I am optimist and hardworking person.
So you watch cricket and you play tabla.
Yes.
Why don't you play cricket?
Sir, I play cricket as well, but not like professionally. I play it at my home.
Have you watched yesterday's match?
No, sir.
Okay.
I read commentary of that.
You read commentary of that. So tell me something about who won and who lost and why.
Sir, in men's cricket, India won and New Zealand lost. New Zealand batted first and scored 108 runs. And due to
what was the reason behind New Zealand's poor performance than usual?
Sir, I have to watch the match for the highlights.
Okay. Your address mentions Shivaji Nagar.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the difference between the legacy of Shivaji Maharaj and Shahuji Maharaj? What is the main difference?
Sir, both Shivaji Maharaj and Shahu Maharaj, their time period was different and the expectations were different at that period. So Shivaji Maharaj was he was emperor builder and he set up Maratha emperor, and Shahu Maharaj carried forward and more of a social reformer. His character of more of social reformer.
Okay. Politically speaking, Shahuji Maharaj was not that much successful. Do you agree?
Sir, I will have to read about that. I am not aware.
Okay. Which is the least populous district in Maharashtra?
Sorry, sir, I am not sure of that.
As per 2011 census, I guess it is Sindhudurg.
Yes, sir.
It was carved out from which district?
Ratnagiri district and some part from Kolhapur.
Why it was carved out?
Sir, it was lengthwise it was a big district to handle centrally. So for administrative reasons, it was carved out.
Any specific administrative reason?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware of it.
Okay. Do you think that smaller districts and smaller states are better to manage than larger or bigger districts and bigger states?
Sir, if there are connectivity issues and other infrastructural issues, there in some cases smaller districts are better for administrative reasons.
In what cases they are not better? And give me an example also, if you have.
Yes, sir. Sir, districts like Pune, they are used in area wise, but there is good regional connectivity to parts of Pune. So for in that case, we need not to have smaller districts, but there are districts where we have to sometimes have to carve out and then administer accordingly.
Okay. Tell me about your work experience.
Sorry, sir, I haven't any.
So since last 4 years, you have been preparing for civil services.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the relentless pursuit of government job is harming our economy?
Sir, in my case, I decided it.
I'm not talking about your case. You can. I'm just asking you the general tendency which India is going through. Everyone is in relentless pursuit of getting a government job, and that is harming economy in some way.
Sure, sir. That is the case. Coming to Indian economy, major youth is pursuing government jobs due to many reasons. There are However, the case is changing in recent years. Many people are opting for self-employment and going for a business opportunity, and there are many startups coming up. But yes, we have to like address the core issues which are leading to pursuit of government job. There are lack of employment and sustainable employment in private sector. That's why they are opting for more sustainable and career opportunities in government jobs.
Can we say that in this 4 years you have been unemployed?
Yes, but technically I am unemployed.
Technically, you were unemployed.
Yes.
What is the definition of unemployment?
I'm not exactly sure, sir.
Okay, make a guess.
Not in formal workforce for like more than 6 months. I'm not sure, but
Okay. Your optional was sociology.
yes, sir.
Okay. Why you specifically chose sociology?
Sir, while choosing optional, I went through various optionals, including sociology. Uh, and when I was going through sociology, one of the the area of like syllabus of sociology, there were a lot of new information as well as interesting areas that that caught my interest. And second thing, it was overlapping with various subjects of GS as well. So from that point of view, I took sociology.
Tell me 3 core differences between Indian society and Pakistan's society.
Sorry, sir.
Take your time if you want.
Yes, sir. Sir, first difference is that Indian society is a secular society. There is no specific religion, state religion. However, Pakistan has.
That is a political feature, no?
Yes, sir, but it has a religion component that is affecting political
Okay,
perspective.
okay, go on.
Then
Okay, not an issue. You did your physics, graduation in physics, right?
yes, sir.
Tell me, time is an illusion or a reality, and why?
Sir, time is a reality.
Why not illusion?
It is actually it is both at the same time, reality as well as illusion. Like we have confined time in particular manner. We have divided into past, present, and future. Otherwise, time it is also a relative concept. For us, time is moving comparatively slowly. For those who will travel.
But does it make it an illusion? Just because of its relativeness, can we say it is an illusion?
Sir, actually,
For a
it is.
person traveling at speed of light,
Yes.
how time will behave?
With speed of light, time will stop. Like.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me 4 women Nobel laureates in physics.
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recollect it.
Okay, male Nobel laureates.
Sir, from India, C.V. Raman,
Hmm.
Chandrasekhar, then Einstein, and
Why people easily remember the male dignitary's name rather than female? Just like in your case.
yes, sir. Sir, one of the reason is that there is less percentage of women compared to male. That is one reason that I can think of.
Can we say it could be because of deep-rooted patriarchy?
No, sir. I feel both contribution of both male and female is equally important, and we
Hmm.
must remember the name of both.
Okay. You said that your hobby is playing tabla.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how your hobby of playing tabla can help you in administration.
Yes, sir. Sir, one of the key component in tabla, if you have to get good at it, you have to get in sync with the rhythm of tabla. And similarly in administration, you have to, if you have to uh, uh, get good work, you have to be uh, like get involved in the work. That is the one thing. Then if you have to uh, get good sound from the tabla, you have to tune it fine. Similarly, if you have to get output from your administration or your colleagues, you have to tune yourself with and others. So it is equally important as a teamwork in administration. So in this way, knowledge like tabla helps in knowledge of tabla or having playing that will help me in administration.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Tushar.
Yes. Look,
So you have been in NCC also,
yes, sir.
and like for how long?
For 2 years.
2 years.
Yes, sir.
It was your ninth,
8 and 9 standard.
eighth.
Yes.
So why didn't you continue?
Sir, in junior college, there was like no facility for going for NCC, and when I came to Ferguson College for my graduation, um, due to height criteria, there is some height criteria to enroll for NCC.
Oh.
So I was not fulfilling that.
Oh, so how was your time? Short time, like it was good.
Yes, sir.
That was
Very
good.
good. Yes.
How you think like how you relate the new this Agnipath scheme and the relevance of NCC? And like what do you think about it?
Yes,
Like
sir.
should NCC be there, or if it will be there, what will be the role of NCC in this Agnipath scheme?
Sir, NCC will definitely help in order to recruit best talent in Agnivir scheme, because it at early age it tries to inculcate unity and discipline in students. It also gives a spirit of teamwork, and which is also required in our Indian Army. And Agnivir scheme also tries to find out best of pool of talent. So NCC would help in Agnipath scheme.
Okay. So NCC just like what do you think? It just helps in forces or it helps in life also?
Very-
And if it helps in life, like how does it help you?
Yes, sir. Sir, I was in 8th standard, and it helps in both way. It helps mentally as well as physically. It makes you mentally tough because we had to do a lot of work while we were in NCC. So it was physically challenging as well. It also helps us to be mentally fit. It inculcated values such as discipline in ourselves and teamwork. We had like there is one camp. There was one camp during our NCC days, which helped me. It inculcated competitive spirit as well, because there were many competitions. There was a running competition. There was march, parade march was there. So in that way, in life also, it helps us.
It helps.
Yes.
It has helped you.
Yes.
Good. You've been a student of sociology,
Yes, sir.
and so now you have lived your life in Pune and Sindhudurg district,
Yes.
two districts.
Yes, sir.
And I guess Pune is kind of more developed around near to a metro city. What do you
Yes,
can
sir.
call it a metro city?
Yes, sir.
So as a sociology student, what kind of difference, like maybe 2, 3 difference, major difference you find between society of Pune and society of Sindhudurg?
Yes, sir.
But with one example.
Yes, sir. Sir, major difference that I found between Sindhudurg and Pune was Pune society, as you mentioned, metro society, so that it is cosmopolitan society, and there is more liberal culture compared to Sindhudurg. Uh, like I was in Ferguson, and there were there are many students who can have comparatively liberal. There is liberal culture, but in Sindhudurga that is not that is not to that extent. Second thing is Pune, being a educational hub, has a population of young population is there more. But in Sindhudurga, due to comparatively undeveloped district, there are a lot of migration to Mumbai and Sindhudurga. So population dynamics is different of Sindhudurga compared to Pune. These are two major differences that I found.
Okay, so nice. Liberal Pune, you found Pune people more, or society more liberal.
Yes.
Yeah. So like this is your first attempt?
No, sir. First interview, third
First
attempt.
Third.
Yes, sir.
Consider that you get into your dream service, I guess IAS.
Yes, sir.
So what will be your plan? Like, because Maharashtra is your first choice,
Yes.
and like if you become DM of both someday, like Sindhudurg also and Pune also. So what will be your plan for the development, and what will be your focus, considering that you have lived and now know the cities? So give me a brief plan first for Sindhudurg and then for Pune, like how you will take it as a DM, both the district.
Yes, sir. Sir, talking about Sindhudurga first, Sindhudurga has a lot of tourism potential, which is not encashed that much. So I would try to facilitate some of the issues that are there. For example, there are land acquisition issues for connectivity purpose. So I would facilitate in my jurisdiction. Second would be better connectivity to some of there are beautiful beaches, but there are connectivity issues. So these are the two areas. Then third would be we have horticulture crops such as alfonso, jackfruit, and other crops, but their potential is not that much exploited. So encouraging farmer to form FPOs and go for agro processing units, that would be my third priority. And there are also issues of traditional fishermen. So I would try to resolve those issues in concern to Sindhudurga. And with respect to Pune, there are certain issues of regarding because Pune is rapidly urbanizing, and it is urbanizing horizontally. There are certain issues such as there is issues of traffic management, issues of water supply. Current administration is also taking a few steps regarding that. So
what is the biggest challenge Pune faces today?
Sir, Pune faces challenge of there is lot of immigration happening, and due to it there is strain on urban infrastructure. So in my opinion, that is the biggest.
But then we can't see in near future that this challenge, because people will be coming more. It's an education city, it's an IT city.
Yes, sir.
So how it can be tackled so that Pune should not feel that strain on resources? Like recently we have seen the shortage of water 2-3 years back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So even IPL matches were cancelled.
Yes,
if
sir.
you know.
Yes.
So what do you think about similar kind of challenge? What you will do, or what we can do?
Yes, sir. Sir, certainly there are, as you mentioned, there are challenges, and in long term what we can do is that these challenges are originating due to uneven economic development in other parts of Maharashtra. That's why immigration is happening. So in long term, we will try to focus on infrastructural building and connectivity in other parts of Maharashtra. But in short term, we need to focus on ramping up of more infrastructure. We need to, there is a metro project is going on which would improve connectivity. So we have to ramp up that initiative. Then there are initiatives such as water metering, so that every Punekar will get equal amount of water at equal pay. So that would also help. Regarding traffic management, there are certain outdated rules regarding traffic, as I observed. If there are two ways, and if people have to turn here and they are standing here, all people though they want to go like straight, they have to stop at the signal. There is no need of that, in my opinion. If like those people who want to turn, they will stop there, and those who want to get straight, they will go. So certain there are like we need to tweak little bit in traffic rules also in order to have
So
traffic management.
good, but how your study of physics can help in this traffic and other urban problems? Give me two examples which you can relate your physics to solving the urban problems of a city.
So can I take few seconds to think?
Yeah, definitely take it.
Sir, one of the solutions that I can think of, there is a large energy demand in urban areas, and we can fulfill like in school days we developed a project where on highway when vehicles go like there is a speed breaker, a certain kind of model was there, and when we go through that speed breaker, the turbine under that speed breaker revolves, and which generates sideline electricity which can be used for uh, uh, like street lights. So that I think one of the solution for energy problems like in
Nice. Good. You have heard about James Webb Telescope?
Yes, sir.
Like how it's different from the Hubble or the last other telescope?
Yes, sir. Sir, as we all know that James Webb Telescope is advanced version of it is space-based telescope. It is advanced compared to other telescope. It has a large aperture so that it can observe a large part of universe compared to others. It can observe like it has also large range. So and basically it is installed in order to have
Application wise, like
yes.
what does it do like
Yes,
differently than Hubble?
Yes. So there are certain phenomena in universe that are far away. Like what happens, as distance increases between Earth and planets, there is light coming from that particular source is that old. So if we increase the range of our telescope,
We call it red shift or blue shift. Like the phenomena you are talking about, it's something we call it.
I'm not sure is it a red shift or blue shift. But in order to know like get into insights of origin of universe and developments about black holes, it would help.
Chalo, good. Like one last thing from my side, like you have won a lot of scholarships,
Yes.
which shows that you have taken things in a very competitive and healthy manner. So this some scholarship, like what do you think? What should be the government plan or what should be a state's plan regarding providing scholarship to deserve candidates and how they can utilize it to the fullest? How can a government work this thing up? Second, considering that there is a recent government decision to set up this foreign universities, they can set up their campus here. Second, also tell me that how these scholarships can help those students getting into top university.
Yes, sir. Sir, talking about how to get like out of those scholarships which are given to students, we can like government is already doing some good work, that is digitalization of the scholarship, that scholarships are now going to directly going to a student's bank account. But in order to improve its performance, what we can do, we can have periodic review so that the scholarships are really helping to the students, or students are using that in a right way. So like we can have 2 to 3 installments based on the like review or periodic review of those scholarship amount. This scholarship will definitely help students which are aspiring for higher education in foreign universities, because like we are not there is like there is no enough information about what will be the rules, but what there is in public domain, we are knowing that regarding foreign universities, they can have their own regulations and fee structure. So that fee structure would be high, and candidate like meritorious candidates who would not be able to afford those fees, scholarship would help them in that way in order to pursue higher education. So no meritorious student would left behind.
Okay, good. And just tell me one thing, one trait of leadership as per yours. What is the biggest trait you find in leadership?
Sir, for me, like in leadership, a leader who shows the way, goes the way, and leads the way.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Sindhurga being part of a Western Ghats,
Yes, sir.
there was a big controversy about the Madhav Gadgil report and also the report of a Kasturirangan. So which report we should accept, do you think?
Sir, Madhav Gadgil report was first report that government set up committee, and thereafter there were certain discrepancies regarding that report. So government set up new committee under chairmanship of Kasturirangan. So in my opinion, Kasturirangan report, like I'm not sure government has accepted it, but that need to be accepted.
But what's the problem with the Madhav Gadgil report?
Yes, sir. Sir, there were like certain issues that there were like if we accept a Madhav Gadgil report, there are certain like it would hamper economic prospect of that region. There were a lot more area under eco-sensitive zone compared to Kasturirangan report. So there were like we have to protect our ecology. However, we need to fine-tune balance with economic development. So
But in now Uttarakhand episode shows that is fine tuning is not so much easy as one may think.
yes, sir.
So now again, do you think that we should go for Kasturirangan report then? What is your opinion then? Same thing has happened in Uttarakhand, overflow of tourists.
Yes, sir. Sir, I need to go into details of Kasturirangan report, but as far as my understanding, we like currently it is Uttarakhand. Tomorrow it might be in Western Ghat. So we need to understand what are the ecological fragility of that region, and allow those industries or projects which are in tune with geography of that region. So like I need to get like into details of that report.
Uttarakhand, how to sort out immediately the issue, the cracking of the earth and dangers that has been put to the tourist. Shall we put some quota for tourists in Uttarakhand?
Sir, Uttarakhand issue, like there are 2-3 factors that are leading to current fragility of Uttarakhand. Geographically, it is fragile region. However, there are like there are more population beyond carrying capacity, and tourism activities hampering it negatively in that sense. So like we need to regulate tourist coming there in order to prevent any such incidents further. However, we need to take other measures as well. We need to have sustainable development projects. We need to have environment impact assessment as well as social impact assessment of that area.
Which shows all that there is a carrying capacity issue of the state. And so shall we put a quota on the tourist?
Sir, so we need to like have a set of like committee or expert panel in order to decide that.
And they told you that you tell us.
Yes, sir. If there are like enough evidences that certain amount of like it is exceeding the limit of tourists, then we need to have a quota for tourists.
Okay, sociologically, if you see our reservation system, it is a class based or caste based?
Sir, our system.
of reservation in India
Yes.
is caste base or class base?
Uh, Sir, like earlier it was caste based, but it is now, like after intrasonic judgment and reservation to OBC, it is both caste and class based.
Okay, OBC is what, class base?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is the basis, like for economic basis is first or caste is taken as a base first?
Sir, there are certain castes, and thereafter there is economic basis applied to those castes. There is
Okay.
8 lakh limit.
So how is the class base then?
Sir, because it is putting a cap of 8 lakh rupees, uh, I think it is class basis also, because it is like implying creamy layer on those cars.
Okay, how you see the idea for one nation, one language?
Sir, one nation, one language, there are both pros and cons. It would.
What is your opinion on it? Your opinion?
Sir, in my opinion, our like India is like federal country, and there are state units in our country, and our like to large extent division of separation of states is on basis of language. So we need to like respect and relegate it to states how they want to go further on those issues.
States can have their own language, but even China has a Mandarin as a single language. What's the problem in India?
Sir, in India, language also attached to cultural and to some extent emotional aspect. So
We are not wiping out the state languages. State languages will continue.
Yes, sir.
Why not have one language as a national language then?
Sir, for that we need to have, like, there is issue of which language we would have as one language. So we need to have consensus over which language we must have. Then we can have that. We can think of that proposal.
Shall we revive the Sanskrit as a national language?
Sir, in my opinion, we need to revive Sanskrit because there is a lot of information and cultural significance regarding Sanskrit. But as far as it concerned to national language, like Sanskrit is considered as elitist language, and there is a lot of like grammatically difficulties are there, and our population's literacy rate is around 70%. So there would be some practical difficulties in order to revive Sanskrit as a national language.
The final question: why the census has been like not taken yet? What would be the reason, do you think?
Yes, sir. Sir, we have witnessed 3-year-long pandemic, which.
Oh, pandemic is over 1 year back.
Yes, sir. Sir, there is what I read in newspaper was there is some issues regarding delimitation of certain areas, and post delimitation in 6 months census can take place.
But delimitation and census, how they are connected?
Sir, I have to read about that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Tushar, before we review,
Yes, sir.
tell me what is your biggest weakness?
Sir, sometimes what happens when in areas which I like, I tend to get more involved and and forget about other, not forget, but they tend to give little time to other areas. So that is one of the, I sometimes get more involved in one particular thing.
Thank you, Tushar.
Thank you,
It was
sir.
nice interacting with you.
Thank you, sir.
You can leave the room.
Yes.
We'll call you back.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.